So, Steve,
You're
a lot of things have been happening in the news lately, right?
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to touch on, and I know you had some thoughts on it,
Yeah.
was it's really crazy
Mine
that
are
we can talk about this.
Yeah.
The CEO of United Health Group, basically one of the biggest health insurances in the United States,
Got audited.
Yes, out
That's what we'll say
in broad
for
daylight.
YouTube.
Yeah.
He got audited
And-
by a character we like to call the auditor.
Yeah, so it's really crazy. So he got taken out. People know this already. This has been in the news cycle. He was taken out by a hooded, masked individual in broad daylight, and that individual had a ghost gun of some kind with a silencer. Took him out in three shots. Each bullet had words on it: deny, delayed, depose, which is the title of a book that gives you instructions on what to do when your health insurance denies you. And rode away on a city bike into the middle of Central Park and then disappeared into the wind.
Yep.
And that was all in 24 hours. That all happened.
Oh, and he left a bag in Central Park with a jacket and Monopoly money in it.
Yeah, it was a backpack filled with Monopoly money, which was another I guess symbolism, some type of message to the world about his actions. And people started rallying behind this dude.
Yes, very much so.
It's so crazy how it was almost a collective moment of we're viewing this not for what it looks like on paper, but for the feelings that we have about this as like people.
Yeah.
It's like on paper everybody should be like, "Oh my god,
this
like,
is crazy." Yeah, we shouldn't
but,
allow this to happen. But realistically, how many people have died because of that
dude? Yeah,
guy.
Whether directly because he said this needs to happen, like we need to hit these numbers this quarter, so start doing whatever needs to be done to hit these numbers.
Or this needs to be cut down.
Yeah.
Or this needs to be, But I guess on the bright side, this started a chain reaction of different CEOs changing things around about their company.
Well, and they made a couple of the big wigs second guess some things. Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield. They were going to start, what was it, charge extra for anesthesia?
After a certain point in time, while you were in surgery and you're put under, they were going to make it to where after a certain amount of time, you were going to have to start paying for the anesthesia,
which is fucked up, right?
So while you're sleeping, at some point while you're sleeping, getting the surgery that you may need to save your life.
Yep.
After a certain amount of time, if the surgeon needs to take that time, or if maybe the surgery itself takes about that amount of time, you would start racking up money that you would have to pay on top of any other co-pays you'd have to pay
already had
in the first
place.
Which
is fucking dirty.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But after old buddy got audited,
they rescinded that shit.
They rescinded it
hour.
Immediately. Also, the McDonald's CEO brought back the snack wrap.
I think that one may be unrelated.
Oh, okay, fair. That's
but
fair.
It's a good point.
I feel like he was a little scared though. I think he was like, "We're gonna do it next
chicken.
month. Drop it right
Give
now.
them niggas that chicken.
Drop it right now.
I don't care how much it costs. Give them niggas that chicken.
Make it $1. Dollar straight.
Dollar snack wraps with a 50-cent fry. We're gonna get this moving
for the rest of the year.
Like McRib today. Shamrock shake. Every specialty item is on the menu.
Rib and shake.
Every specialty item we've ever had.
Grand Mac.
Yeah,
drop it. He's like, "Sir, we're not supposed to drop it."
No, matter of fact, super size is now back on the menu.
Oh my God! Now you're trying to kill people.
Well, he tried.
Well, I guess he already was trying to kill people.
He tried to lull the population a bit.
Get us docile so we don't wild out on them.
Yeah, all that is crazy to me. There's other points that are crazy to me as well. People started giving him like the shooter, like nicknames or like aliases.
Yep.
Superhero names you would. The Adjuster.
The Adjuster.
And the Auditor.
Yeah, that's why I've been saying getting audited throughout the video.
And so at this point, this could be the beginning of like you think of
IRL,
a multiverse moment.
Yes, IRL. I guess you could say comic book.
Yeah, like this is the beginning of the Watchmen.
Yes, I truly believe that. I think with the Auditor emerging, on top of other vigilantes emerging because an employee of another company took out one or attempted to take out another CEO.
Yep, another CEO in New York got pied. Enron. Yeah, no, it was light. That's something light. But the fact that
unless it was battery acid in the
he would have been caught he would have been the real life Riddler or the Joker.
I got a joke for you.
Yeah. But no, it was crazy. It's a younger dude. Like he damn near only a little bit older than us. Like in his early 30s, mid to early 30s. It was an old man sitting behind a pillar. As the dude was walking up, he had security behind him. And as he was walking towards the door, he had to pass a pillar. Old man just came around the pillar and said, fight him. And then immediately got tackled by security and stuff. But I think just the idea that CEOs are not feeling safe in broad daylight in New York is a crazy time to live in. And I don't know, it's like the human part of me wants to feel bad, but the poor part of me is saying, it's saying like you don't become as rich as you are ethically. Like there's no way you got to the position you're in through ethical
the job
means.
That you're doing. It's not like you're a content creator, and you just making videos or anything.
Or like a singer or an athlete or something.
That's
like
a little different.
To become a no-name CEO, like basically a secret billionaire, the things you would probably have to achieve in your life would come at the detriment of not one person,
millions,
not two people, millions,
maybe even
millions,
billions,
of
maybe even
people.
Billions. And
Elon Musk, he's
big
one.
Elon, Bezos,
like all those people. There's no way they've amassed that amount of wealth without ethically doing things that are wrong. Whether that means their life should be in a balance. I'm not God. I don't make those decisions. I'm not whatever deity you do believe in or the universe itself. I don't have the authority to make those choices. All I know is that in history, other people have, off with their heads, let them eat cake. Like people have made these decisions about what the upper echelon has been allowed to do reasonably. And this could be that point for us.
Which I figure rich people would understand, like, history repeats itself.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The more you fuck the people over.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're even back in the 1600s, they would fuck the people over, but then we would have
skirmishes.
Fun stuff would happen. Free Renaissance fair. Oh, cool, whatever. Shut the fuck up, everybody. Yeah. And people will shut the fuck up because that's fun. Yeah. We're not even getting Renaissance. No. We're not getting shit.
No.
So this is what you get when you fuck people over. But my theory of the IRL superhero world is the Auditor. I was calling the employee Stick.
Oh yeah.
Stick them up. And the aliens that the government has confirmed multiple times.
Yeah, every time we try to figure something out. And aliens again.
Aliens, and we don't give a fuck. But I think one of those aliens, a younger alien, is going to be like, I want to save these people.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of this community. And they're going to emerge as a superhero. On top of, they may even free the Auditor to create a group.
What do you mean free him? There's one person in custody. We'll get into that part later.
Well, yeah, I also have a theory about that, but we'll talk about that in a second. The Auditor, the alien, stick them up, and then whoever else emerges from there, I think we're getting into a world where we're going to have actual IRL superheroes. Now, abilities, I don't know if we're going to get regular people with abilities anytime soon, but I think the more superheroes and heroes and anti-villains and villains emerge, people are going to experiment more. And we might find some things out about the human anatomy.
But there's one person in custody right now, Luigi. I won't say his full name, but Luigi is in custody. You've probably seen him all over the news at this point.
Yeah.
He's in custody. He had a gun charge in Pennsylvania. He had a ghost gun and some silencers, and And he
some
was
bread.
Yeah, he was
Some bread.
turned over to the police by
I got
a
question
McDonald's
for you.
worker.
Yeah.
And she called 911, so she didn't get the bread
Yeah,
for
she
turning
didn't
him
get
in.
the bread, no.
And she got in trouble at her job because she called.
She got fired, yeah.
Did she get fired?
Yep.
I knew she had to leave that McDonald's because they found the McDonald's.
Well, I'm sure she
and
can
they
work
knew she
at
was
another
there.
McDonald's, but she got fired.
She
from
got
that
fired?
McDonald's. I have a question for you, Rick. Do you think Luigi is the auditor?
Legally, I do not.
Legally, you do not? Okay.
Legally, I do not.
Legally, I have to agree. I just feel like the auditor, for him to be so, for them, to be so strategic for the initial attack, and then like with all this, like the puzzles and all this shit, to get caught at a McDonald's with all of his supplies.
Yeah.
That don't sound like the auditor to me.
Well, that's always something on the board. I will say this: Luigi is of the higher echelon status himself. He's the he created.
He went to
app.
Harvard, didn't he?
Yeah. He created an app. He's well off, but he did have some
bad injury.
Yeah, some medical procedures that need to be done. He has some screws, I think in his back or something like that. And he did have United, so that might have not been a great experience for him, especially because I think he got the injury when he was 26, at the point where you would be off of your parents' insurance at that point. So maybe he did get some bills. Maybe he got some bills from Brian Thompson himself. And
he seen his name signed on the thing.
He was like, $75,000, huh?
And I only make $22,000.
$75,000. How many bullets would that buy me? But
I think Luigi could be the auditor because of the circumstances.
Legally, I do not think he is.
But my thing is,
he's a brother. You heard what they said on the news. They called him light skin.
Is he really?
No.
I was about to say.
When they didn't know who it was, they said the news.
He looked light skinned.
Fox News, CBS described that. Fox News and CBS
described him as a light skinned
man. Light skinned man. When have they ever said light skinned? When have you ever heard? No, Steve, don't go past that. When have you ever heard the news
say light skin?
Never. They said a light skinned man of possible African American or Latino
They
descent.
love to throw that on us, don't they? That's not our MO. If we're being honest, we don't crash out like that. If anything, we crash out on each other.
We're not doing that. Everybody does. Statistically, everybody does. Even if Luigi is found guilty, he's being officially charged with it, I think, as of today. If he is found guilty, I feel like they're not doing some things. They're doing some things that I'm very surprised about, and not in a good way. One, they haven't released his manifesto, or at least somebody. They have had his manifesto, but the news
hasn't released it.
Haven't talked about it.
That's usually the first thing they do.
Yeah, and in his manifesto, he did say some funny stuff. One thing he said to the feds, I've never that's just a funny thing to type in there, to the feds. I appreciate what y'all do. That's a weird thing for that's right.
That's a Harvard grad right there.
But people were saying that they felt like the CIA wrote that joint and it just gave themselves a shout out, to the feds. To the feds, y'all cool though.
Speaking of the feds, do you think they would just find a random kid and make him act like he did it to save face because they can't find the real auditor? Because I think if Luigi didn't do it, we're gonna find out real soon. Because I don't think the auditor is gonna attack one person.
Possibly, but I don't. There's a lot of things to that. I feel like yes, they would. We've seen it with the Central Park 5.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. They went through a terrible experience. But we've seen in history, we've seen
that
with high profile crimes, the police will speed up due process and make mistakes. So that's always something on the table. They're not letting them speak, which is very strange.
Well, the few words he did say, he was like, I don't even know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know what money y'all talking about.
And he's like, that's not even my gun. He's like, I don't even own a gun.
Yeah.
And then they were like, shut up.
And then punched him in the back of the head until he couldn't think anymore. But yeah, no, there's a lot of things there.
Just say you did it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Hopefully he gets his day in open court. Yeah. Hopefully it's not like a closed proceeding and we.
Oh, it's definitely
hear
gonna be
about it.
closed.
No,
It's definitely gonna be closed.
It better not be, or I'm definitely calling conspiracy. Even if this is 100% true, I'm calling it conspiracy if they do a closed court.
Valid.
I do feel sorry for the CEO's family because what they're seeing online isn't a great thing about a family member of them who is now gone and was taken from them in a very brutal and quick fashion. But there was a comedian, I think his name is Josh Johnson, black dude.
Yeah, shout out to him.
He said it best though. He was like, this is where the elite, like the rich and powerful, came to realize that we view them the same way they view us. They view us as numbers on a paper. And like Brian Thompson probably viewed all the people who died due to the denial of United.
And for
United
change,
Health
they
stuff.
are expendable.
Yeah, and treated us like numbers. And with his passing, they're starting to see that we treat them as if they're just a number. Like they're just another CEO who's hell bent on taking as much from us as possible and leaving us with as little to kind of like exist and manage in real life.
And that's the thing. Like this wouldn't be happening if like.
If we had universal health care.
You know what? Not even that. If healthcare was affordable. Even if you wanted to keep us paying for it. Yeah. Affordable healthcare?
The only affordable healthcare is free healthcare, Steve.
That's fair. I'm trying to help them so they don't die.
Sometimes you gotta learn hard lessons.
Sometimes you just can't help it, nigga. Yeah, you just gotta let
experience is the best teacher.
Other countries laugh at us because we don't, for multiple reasons, but
main one is that we
don't have free healthcare.
Correct.
But everybody else does.
Correct.
Literally everybody else does.
All right, so let's speculate. Who's next? No, I'm joking. Elon Musk. I'm joking.
Nah, Big Elon got a suit.
Oh yeah.
Ain't nobody. Him and Jeff. Yeah. I think
Jeff Bezos is.
He literally has a suit.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is Lex Luthor and Elon Musk is staying.
That's fair. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. Yeah, just in the grand scheme of things. But the other like little quieter CEOs, hide your kids, hide your wives. Because it might be over for y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But people was putting posters of different CEOs and they like bios. In downtown New York.
Oh, like pick one?
Yeah, like put like they're like maybe not where they live, but like they height, eye color, where they be at.
Take a penny, leave a penny. You take a CEO, you leave a CEO.
Make life better for us poor people.
Yeah, a quick thing I'll say before we end the video. I will say the online meme of giving Luigi different alibis.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it proves that we can come together on something.
Yeah, and so if anybody ever refers to this video, I did see Luigi working at the Galleria Mall from the time of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the day of the shooting. So I don't think
we also interviewed him on our podcast because he went to Harvard, but we lost the file because we're amateurs. But he was with us the entire time.
He was around.
And most of all, stay safe, Buffalo.
So.